Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Hi, you guys, my friends, good friends. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your practice. Thanks for your study. And thank you for your support. You guys liking and subscribing helps the algorithm, helps support and grow the Sangha. So a lot of you still aren't quite committing to either likes or subscribes. I'm not sure why. I use it quite frankly to mark the ones that I've seen. Anyway, it helps the algorithm. It doesn't really do anything for me specifically, other than, perform some of my bodhisattva practice, growing this Sangha and making sure this resource is available to as many people as possible. So if you can take just a moment to do that, thank you. Thank you so much. Just put a new battery in the mic. What a difference a little voltage makes. And today we're going to continue with the Buddhism resource. The term today is cessation. This has been throughout the history. Well, the word existed long before Shakyamuni, but the term, in light of our Buddhist practice, has been used and evolved in its implications over the 50 years of Shakyamuni's teachings, yeah? So what does it mean to us as modern Buddhists? What is the term cessation supposed to mean in our current age, the latter age of the law? To be complete, it says noun here, a bringing or coming to an end, a ceasing. Sometimes these definitions, it just seem like, duh. So let's go on. The second one, there are 7 of them. So the second one is a ceasing, a stop, a rest, discontinuance of motion or action of any kind, whether temporary or final. So that's a little closer to our understanding of energy, formations, form, karma, all these different areas where the term cessation might be used. Now, to be clear, in very early teachings of Shakyamuni on breathing meditations and even the 4 Noble Truths, the cessation of cravings, right? Really the cessation of the formations of craving. And in other sutra on meditation, ceasing the formations was the entire statement of meaning within a longer sentence, right? Cessation of formations, although may not have been fully understood 27 centuries ago, to us is very meaningful. Another meaning is an armistice. Not really a Buddhist meaning, but still of the same ilk, yeah? Extinction, yet another interpretation. The cessation of our cycle of birth and death. Extinction. Dissolution of momentum into quiescence. And that sounds a little bit more Sylvanian, doesn't it? The termination of actions, certainly, and the absence of cause and effect, a little bit more on the nose. But all of these are different ways of looking at the same thing, aren't they? So let's get into the full description here. It's only one paragraph. Cessation in Buddhism is used in relation to the formations of actions in many concepts or areas, such as cessation of cravings, cessation of attachments, cessation of formations, etc. Ultimately, the most precise thing that we're pointing to when we talk about cessation in Buddhism is the cessation of the formations, because without the formations, then everything is quiescent energy. Without the formations, there's no form. Therefore, no karma is being instantiated. That would be in terms of nirvana. If you've skipped ahead and looked at the two different meanings of nirvana, that would be the nirvana of no remainder. Complete and utter cessation, extinction. But it's also used in more modified, more stepping stone ways, so we acknowledge that. Moving on, all of these are actually stating the ultimate meaning of the cessation of samsara, or liberation from it. Right? You can look up samsara and understand that samsara is our conditioned, emergent mind of apprehension of the result of the whole process. Unfortunately, we're kind of blinded to our acknowledgement, our perception of the process itself, which is what Buddhahood provides us with. Yeah? It is important to note that this is not interchangeable with the term nirvana. Well, there it is, see nirvana. Since there are two versions of nirvana, whose differentiation is the cessation of the experience of the engine of life versus the cessation of samsara. One is the cessation of the attachment engine in our samsaric mind. The other is the cessation of the experience of the whole process, even Buddha-ness, which happens at the end of life, quote unquote, right? Extinction, the end of the cycle of birth and death. The nirvana of remainder is the cessation of the bodhisattva, still extant, remaining as a living sentient being, and experiencing the Buddha mind, still experiencing the momentum of karma. That would be the remainder. In contrast, the nirvana of no remainder is the cessation of the sentient mind altogether, the cessation of karmic experience. There is no cessation of cessation. And that's it. That's pretty straightforward term, cessation, the coming to an end. It's listed, I think it's listed here as a noun, but I don't know, you could see it as a verb, couldn't you? The act of cessation. Certainly in Buddhism, seems like every word has an intent to it, right? So that seems very verb-oriented. I'll leave that for the grammaticians to argue. Next term will be chanting. Got a couple of paragraphs to say something about that. And then consciousness. So, again, thank you for participating. This is another short video. I think I'll record another one before I leave here today. But I'll leave you with that. I mean, these are short videos meant to capture a term or word of our modern Buddhist practice. Some of them will seem obvious. Some of them will seem more nuanced because they've changed over time, over the teachings of Buddhism. So, cessation basically points to what we're doing when, here, I'll give you another example. When we chant with our Nichiren Mandala to peer into focus, shut down the monkey mind, cease, right? The cessation of distractions. So that we can focus intently, single-mindedly on Buddha. That is, in fact, as stated, liberation. The cessation of samsaric distraction to focus on Buddha-ness. So, still alive, that would be the cessation of remainder, yeah? Or the nirvana of remainder. Okay, enough blah, blah, blah. I hope you got something out of that. If I confused it, as I might do from time to time, please let me know and I'll clear it up. Use the comments or email me directly. In the meantime, thank you again for liking and subscribing, and for the patrons on Patreon who support this channel every month. Thank you so much. We all thank you. to keep this resource alive. The website, the bookstore, the ebooks, all of it. That's how many of you support, by purchasing items from those resources. Lots of free resources at threefoldlotus.com. So avail yourself to that. And keep your practice strong, right? It's about confidence and conviction. That's how it works. So stay healthy, be kind, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye for now.